Welcome everyone to Jenni Speaks. It's your girl here, Jenni O. Welcome back to Jenni Speaks, y'all. I'm your host for today, Jenni, of course. And thank you all for watching. And today, you all, we have a special guest in the building. We have Bryann, Mr. Honest Decision, Mr. Juju. You know the vibes. Thank you for joining us today, Bryann.
My pleasure.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. How's your day?
I know you're hustling. How have you been feeling? What's up with you? What's brand new with you? Let us know what's going on. What's new with you?
Music. I feel like that's all my life.
Music.
I'm either writing or like something with the business or something.
These days, your ads for Honest Decision have been bothering me. Haven't been bothering me because I love the song Honest Decision, but advertising and marketing, A1, because I've seen it on Snapchat consistently. Honest Decision, Bryann. We love to see
if I don't show you, how you know?
How we know? But your voice is one of a kind, and we will get into that soon. But apart from that, honestly, I think, people know you for your music, but they also know that you were on Big Brother.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. I feel like Big Brother is one of those things that you cannot get off your back, because people always say, that Big Brother reality TV star. Reality TV star.
So the thing is, why go on a show if you don't want to be a reality TV star?
Of course.
Right? I mean, it's not going to go away. It's part of my identity. It's not something I shy away from.
Yeah.
You get? But that doesn't take away from the fact that I'm an artist. So
do you feel like you're one of the you're actually one of the greatest artists to come on Big Brother Naija? My opinion, yes, but I'll let you answer.
Yeah.
I feel like you're one of the talented ones, no shade. I feel like you're one of those that you actually have the talent. It's not they sing, I know how to sing. You actually do know how to sing.
So the thing is, like, I don't want to. I don't know if you understand. Like, I don't want to speak on anything. But like, what I would say is, like, I feel like I went in there, like, my talent, like, it spoke for me. So that's something everybody can testify. You can't. Of course. So
yeah. You can't really. Everybody knows that you have a voice.
Take that from me,
can't take that from me. And then you run out. Come on, run out. But you know how to sing. Like, you're giving us vibes. And also, I would not put you as an upcoming artist at all. But obviously, you've been in the game since, I would say, 2000 and probably
2019, 2020.
I would give you that, but I wouldn't say that you're an upcoming artist. I feel like you're one that you're in the game. You're one of the new wouldn't say new kid. Like, I don't want to offend you, but obviously you're not an OG in the game, and you're I wouldn't say fairly new, but fairly new into the industry. This isn't something that you've been doing since 2002 or something like that. Yeah. But how do you feel coming into the industry? And obviously there's different sounds, there's different people in the industry, and coming into this industry through Big Brother, because let's call a spade. Big Brother kind of helped that. It gave you a platform for your music. Yeah. And the truth remains that people feel like sometimes Big Brother, we just got this platform automatically. So how do you feel with that?
Yeah, so the thing is, like, before I went on Big Brother, right, I had done like a festival in Mexico. I was on Colors. And like, while the first week in the house, my Colors thing, it came out. So like, there was already traction building, like, slowly before Big Brother. What Big Brother does is, like, it catapults you, or like, it gives you a lot of visibility. Yeah. So I feel like, I don't know about other people, but me, I have like very grounded. I like being very realistic. I have very grounded expectations. Yeah. So I feel like I'm at a point where, like, there's a lot of visibility. It's just for me to like put out like more music, get more people familiar like with the sound. Yeah.
So first of all, let's talk about colors. Getting your own colors show. Okay. There's some people that have been in this industry for such a long time, and they still have not gotten their own colors show. Yeah. And Juju, let me tell you, that song, I had it on replay. I feel like at a point in my apartment, I'm sure my neighbors heard that song so much because I saw you on screen, and then I think one day it just came up, and like the lyrics, the melody, the vibe, everything.
Do you know, like, that's like one of my favorite songs. let me know. I don't have a favorite song, but like that's one song that every time I hear it, I get gassed.
Yeah.
Because like of the process around making the song. So one thing I would say to people is make use of relationships. Like what talent and what your name cannot do for you, your relationship with people. So please, guys, like always make use of your social currency. Try and build your social currency. It's so important. Yeah. So anyways, I got on, like I got with Colors and whatnot, and we're already slated to do a particular song, right? But what I did was I changed the song.
Really?
Yeah, that money. I don't think they noticed. They didn't notice. We did the juju that we did. We made it like, let's say the performance was 8 a.m. We made it like so I work with Sparks. Sparks called me like 3 a.m. Yeah, like, let's switch this shit. I was like, okay, no, Allah. I'm very open. I'm a very open. Are
you a risk taker?
Yeah, I'm a very open-minded person. Like, okay, no wahala. And then like he sent the beat and like we did, so let's say 3 a.m. we did it, 5 a.m. it was a rap. Yeah, and I woke up and went to go and perform it. I didn't even fully know the lyrics, but I was like, so if you notice, like, okay, so nobody has actually heard the recorded version of Juju. Yeah. But if whenever I release it, you hear that it's different from the live version. There are added lyrics in the live version.
So you just give us
there were some parts of
the
song that was freestyling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, I feel like if I was put in a situation like that, that's why I'm not an artist or a singer or anything like that. Because if I put in a situation like that, you would be hearing because, and especially on such a big platform like that, I feel like the pressure is even more just because like you're like, oh my gosh, a lot of people, and it's not just like the Nigerian audience, it's not the African audience, like it's worldwide. Like Colors Show is a big thing. Do you understand? And Colors Show, a lot of songs have blown through Colors. For example, Kulosa by Oxlade, that was a Colors Show and it blew. And I feel like Jujutsu, it took off from there, and it was just game on, changing the game from then on. Also, as we all know, Afrobeat is on the rise. I feel like it's already there and everything. But how do you feel about that? How do you feel about us getting the recognition that we deserve with Afrobeats? How are you feeling with that?
So I feel like prior to like this whole globalization of Afropop or Afrobeats, it was like a niche thing. And now it's like it's popping up. Like literally right now, Rema is like number 6. Yeah. You don't have to... It's no longer that thing where you have to like grind for like maybe 6-7 years before you start getting international recognition. You can literally start off your first year blowing up, you know, and that's a good thing. That's also a good thing for artists. In terms of structure, it means that there will be more structure, like as regards the music or as regards like the people behind the scene moving forward. So it's a very, very good thing. My only concern is like, I feel like I don't know if we're doing enough to let people know, like tell our story. Yeah. So the thing is like when you don't tell your story, someone else will tell it for you. And when they tell that story, they're going to say it however they see fit. Yeah. And you know, like history can be warped. So that's like that's my only concern.
Also, with that being said, I feel like as time goes on, we don't want them telling our story, but I feel like our culture as well, and just Nigerians in general, let me just speak on Nigerians in general. I think that we just sometimes want that global recognition. First, we want people outside to come and just take over because, it's outside, that's outside the country. You know, Nigerians, we feel like anything outside the country is better than what we have in this country.
No, I don't necessarily feel like Nigerians. No, I don't feel like Nigerians feel that way, to be honest.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So
it's like calm down right now. Calm down is the rest of the world is catching up to us. So, like calm down is blowing up outside, but like we've already listened to that. Do you get? So it's not tripping. It might be tripping other people. It's not tripping us. Like what's happening is just like we're just happy that's one of us.
It's one of us. Do you feel like Calm Down actually needed that remix? So they just put Selena Gomez just
for sure. Calm Down needed that remix. Like come on, like when you're like if you're not making use of relationships, like how's it going to get that what's it called? That global audience. So you know.
So, with that being said and talking about remixes and all of that, how do you feel about... You feel like Calm Down needed a remix, yeah? But how do you feel like when they just put an American artist or an artist that's not Nigerian on a track just because there's some
It's
tracks
not-
that
so
don't need remixes at
not,
all.
You I feel like when people say that they speak on it from just the side of I'm a Nigerian listener. I'm used to how Nigerian song sounds. When that is happening, it's no longer just for you. There is a new set of people that would have never known that song if that artist wasn't on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's no longer just for you. And I think that's also something like Nigerians might have to accept. Like be glad that it's growing, but as of the same time, there's some things that will be happening that it's not like they're not tailoring it for like us here in like you in Surulere or you in Lekki or like it's tailored for. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like no, but like that's the truth now. Like it's happening. This is happening so that thing can like. The world is so big. Like we're literally 7 billion people, right?
Yeah.
And there's so much cultures and subcultures. So like if you're trying to make music that cuts across a lot of cultures, like you can't only take into consideration like just one country or just like a sub-region of. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
If it's me, guy, and where the money is also like.
Listen, but I like the honesty because you're like it's two different sides. Because I'm on the side of I feel like we're going to get the recognition with or without these features. Why? But and then you're on the other side of like you got to do what you got to do to get that global recognition. Because
I also see the business side of it.
Okay.
So if there's anybody complaining, I didn't like that version, go and listen to the original version.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Like that's why there are two versions. There's the original version and the remix. Because
we do see artists like Burna Boy that we have artists like Burna Boy and we have artists like Ashake. Yeah. I'll speak on Ashake for right now. Ashake still got that global recognition. He performed on, was it Jimmy Fallon? It was one of the late night shows in America. And he's speaking Yoruba. The only feature Ashake had on his album that was international was Russ. Yeah?
Yeah.
And there's still, he didn't need that remix to blow. He didn't need an American to come on. He still got recognized for what he got recognized for, with or without it. Because let me tell you, the only person that I will let remix a song is Ed Sheeran. Everyone else, I'm iffy about it.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's also still from the perspective of a listener.
Okay.
You get like, man, you think if Justin Bieber wants to jump on Ashake's song, Ashake will be like, no. What are we saying now? Like, what are we saying? Like, do you think Ashake doesn't want the whole world to, and like sometimes to like so think of it like this: Beyonce wants to make an Afrobeat album, right? She's going to come and meet the people. She's going to collaborate with people that make Afrobeats, people that are already established in the market as Afrobeat singers or writers or whatnot. So if you want to, like, it's just like simple business. If you're trying to break into a market, you're going to go and work with like people established in that market. But it's brand association, like you associate with this brand.
But you know what's crazy? So sorry. You know what's crazy? I feel like there's going to come a time there's certain things that we need to gatekeep. It's not everything everyone has to be a part of. And let me finish this thought. The reason why I feel like there's certain things that we need to gatekeep is because it's going to get to a time that if we do not gatekeep, people will start making Afrobeat music with no Afrobeat artists, nothing at all, and then say, oh, it's the Afrobeat sound, and people will buy into it. Before you know it, they'll come and say that it's Drake that originated Afrobeats because we're not gatekeeping enough.
So, no, it's not about gatekeeping. It's not about gatekeeping. I think that's what I was saying is about like making sure that we tell the story. Okay. Do you get? So that's one of the effects of globalization. If we start to globalize Afrobeats or Afropop music, you're going to hear some kid in Ukraine that's singing in pidgin. Like in the near future, like cultures are beginning to collide and whatnot. Yeah. So if you say that, then don't you think is some way to like how do I articulate what I'm trying to say? If you say that, then don't you think it's kind of wrong to be like, why do Nigerians rap?
I get.
Yeah, because they're Nigerians that rap. They don't even rap. They rap in pure Queen's English. They don't say pidgin. They don't speak in pidgin. So is that wrong? Is that wrong? But isn't that the effect of globalization?
But if we're talking about
rap starts from Nigeria. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like you can't, like when you start to globalize things, you can't exactly like dictate how people get inspired by that piece of art. What you can only control is the story. Like that's what I'm saying, the history. So now when it's now be a bad thing is when like somebody comes and says, "Nah, Drake start Afropop." That's where people where like me as like not just a singer but someone that actively enjoys the culture would be like, yeah, this person's chatting, like he's talking in the nonsense. Like, do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So we need to actively tell like the stories, you know, and it's like things like documentation. Do you know how much like as a fan that I would like if they tell me now that there's a Mo Hits documentary like behind the scenes of how like the band was making or how like Wandi Ko. Do you know how much I look up to like someone as Wandi Ko? Do you know how much I would give to like want to watch that? Do you understand? When like things like that are being put in place or when things like that are being documented, you cannot now like warp history. So I think it's on our responsibility as Nigerians or West Africans or Africans rather that are promoting Afro beats, Amapiano, everything surrounding like African music to make sure that our story is being told by us and is told correctly. Okay. You get so
I like that. I definitely like that. And I feel like as long as we can control the narrative, control that, I do agree. As long as we still have the key, and we're holding on to that key. I'm just afraid that there's some people that are willing to give this key to other people just for it to blow. But with that being said, and we're talking about Afrobeats now and all that, what are your top 5 favorite songs currently?
Top 5? That's kind of complicated because I'm a weird guy.
Afrobeat songs, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you know, like, my most listened to artist is Sashi Nopella, like, in my Apple Music this year. Yeah. Like, I'm not listening to... So, it's a thing, maybe because I make music and, like... It's always a thing of joy as an artist to make a song and like is now something people want to replicate, not what people feel has been replicated. Like you have your own thing going on, you get, and the subconscious is a very strong thing. So if I'm actively listening to what is being played on the radio, then like subconsciously I'm going to start making what is being played on the radio. So how am I going to stand out? How am I going to, do you understand? How am I going to make something that people want to replicate? So it's like you meet like artists like let me name drop like Ashake. Like Ashake came into the game. Yeah. Like that guy is fire.
He is fire. He's
fire.
I agree.
He's putting Apala on what's it called, house music, and then putting like log drums, because even those drums, they're not Amapiano drums. They're not native to Amap. So like what he's doing, I don't feel like that comes up, that you create things like that when you start to experiment and like when you're not tapped in to what everybody else is doing.
So do you feel like, and speaking on that, you still owe me my your top 5, but we'll get on that. But what I'm saying is, do you feel like Ashaka did not get his, like there wasn't an artist that he listened to and he closely related to that related back to his music?
Which that's what I'm going to ask you now. Yeah. So which like top 5 artists sounds like Ashake?
I can name one that they don't sound alike, but they closely relate to each other. Shay Vibes.
Who originated the sound? And I don't even feel, but then this is another thing. I don't even feel like they sound alike.
They don't sound exactly alike.
But like when they say who's doing like Apala music on Amapiano or house beats, like who started it? It's him now. You didn't hear that thing anywhere else. Yeah. When like what's it called? You see, like there was a wave. Everybody's trying to now do all these choir vocals. Who started it? It's like who popularized it? I mean, it was there before, but like it's the same thing. It's like you hear somebody or you hear another artist now in the future, and he's using like minor melodies on like a major chord progression, or like he's entering that Arabic melody thing that Rema does. Who are you going to say this person sounds like?
Can't
Who was doing it before Rema?
Hey. Yeah. Oh, you have a point. You have a point.
So,
And I agree.
Yeah.
But going back, you're still giving me my top 5.
So I mean, okay, top five. I will say, is it top 5 artists?
No, songs.
Top 5 songs right now. Man, I'm not tapped in. I won't even lie. But
you're not tapped in.
I'm not tapped in. Like that, I just explained to you I'm not tapped in.
Bryann, do you have we'll go back. I feel like you have a project coming up because
I'm not tapped in. But I can't tell you're feeling the pressure. Move like this, move like that. I don't know the lyrics, but I love it. Like
the name of the song is Kante.
Kante, okay,
and it's
that makes
Faith.
sense.
It's on the Davido.
I know it's Faith and Davido, okay. And then I like yeah. I don't know the song. I'm so sorry, guys. Like I hear it on TikTok. The sound is so fire. Like and they're doing that.
I think it's like yippee something.
I don't know.
It's
man.
on
it's fire.
It's on Uncle Waffles' album.
Oh, Uncle Waffles. Okay. Shout out Uncle Waffles.
You can give it 2 more because this is 5.
3 is Ashake 230.
Okay, 230.
What's that line? I can't remember the line. It's like my money long like Abacha. Fire. Number 4, man. Crayon. Let me just even put this. I really like Crayon. I love that guy so much.
Love Crayon.
What's the song he just dropped? The One.
Yeah.
The One. No. I don't know the lyrics, so guys.
It's Chop Life.
Yeah.
And you know the funny thing about Crayon is that I'm so happy that he's finally getting the recognition that he deserves, because from time Crayon has been very talented. He is talented. Even if you hear his verses on like a Maven track, like he stands out.
Yeah.
And even there was a track that he had with Rema, and I was like, I would love if I got like an EP from both of them, like a joint EP, because Crayon is so talented, and mixed with Rema's vocals is lovely. And Crayon has been giving us jams since So Fine. Like, it sucks that it's now that he's giving us, like, people are now paying attention. And it's crazy because he's giving us versatile, like, he's very versatile. Like, he gives us slow jams, and then he's giving us like dance songs, and he's giving us Ijola Balaba, and then he's giving us Chop Life. And it's like, he is a very talented artist, and it's one of the people that I'm actually happy that he's finally getting the recognition that he deserves. So that's you've given us 4, yeah? 4.
This is one more.
One more.
One more.
I think I like honest decision, Bryann.
Yeah, let me just This is my honest decision. So yeah.
Now, speaking on your music and sound, who did you grow up listening to?
Man, it's such a rich collection of music. So shout out to my dad, because my dad used to live in the UK, and when he come back with like a bunch of CDs, and I had this Walkman, so I used to listen to a range of like R&B artists, from Brandy to Music Soul Child to D'Angelo.
You've given us
these
are,
listen.
listen.
Before I even went into like Afro pop, I was an R&B guy.
Yeah.
You get, but then like the music obviously around me growing up was Two Face, Wande Coal, and I'm going to say this thing. Wande Coal is the godfather of what's it called? Wande Coal is the godfather of current Afro pop, like the popular Afro pop that we all know now.
Yeah.
Wande Coal is the godfather of that P.
Wande Coal's vocals.
Wande Coal is your fave.
For sure now.
Yeah, so don't play Wande Coal. Wande Coal is that guy. He'll always be that guy.
Mushing to more hits. Let me just tell you.
That is easily like a top 10 album.
That album should be in like Hall of Fame somewhere, just hung up, because it's a work of art. It's a work of art. And it's crazy because you say a lot of R&B, and quite honestly, your sound is very unique. Your sound is unique, and I actually like hearing your voice. For example, your album or your project Ileke, and my favorite song, on that project is Andele.
Oh, yes.
And it's like, I'm like, like you give us like sweet vibes, which are like come here, baby girl.
Yeah, like my thing is like I try as much for my music to show my personality.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm a laid back guy. But like we can get down to it. You understand? Like.
And the funny, like ladies are looking at you now. You say, "Okay, that's very quiet, very nice." Yeah, listening to
so
coming
like,
to my corner. I say,
I'm usually like one of those unassuming guys. You don't know until you know.
Hey, wahala, wahala. And I feel like so. I actually heard Juju before I heard Andele,
Okay.
and Juju was still. It was just like even when the song starts, like. Till the end, you're kind of hooked in, and I feel like you're one of those artists that gives us like lyrics. It's almost like Lamba, like it's like when a guy is listening to music and he can give the babe formats with the lyrics that you're spitting.
I try. So like I have I don't know how other artists, but like I have like a daily routine where like when I wake up in the morning, I have this website where like it shows random words, and then I time myself like. I use the timer to check like how many lines I can make from one word. So I do like four lines. So that's like 40 lines every morning when I wake up. So you do it and you do it and you do it and you do it and you do it to a point where like you now get used to making like a song in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
What is the fastest amount of time you've made a song?
I feel like it was even on live TV. I did like there was this I've been working in 9 to 5. It was on Big Brother. Literally, we were talking about doing an ad, and everyone was like, "Bryann, you can sing. Just take the mic."
One of those tasks.
Did not like I'm saying like I made that walking towards the stage. Yeah, like I made that in like 30 seconds walking towards the stage.
You're talented. It's in your body. It's inside your blood.
I try.
Like you say, we love that. We love that. Now, with your sound, yeah, like obviously your voice is unique. Your sound, it's like, you know, I've heard like it's the same, almost the same consistency. Like I love listening to it and all that. And with Honest Decision, I feel like there was kind of like a change up in the things that you sing about, because when you listen to things like Andele, I listen to Juju, like Honest Decision is almost like you're pouring your heart out, like this is you're trying to, like it's almost like the love part of you is coming out. Bad Boy B is not Jay again, but explain that to us.
So like Honest Decision it was supposed to be part of a project, Love Drunk Euphoria, and it was supposed to be a tragic love story. And if you're going to tell the story, you have to start from like the beginning. You have to start from like falling in love so it was supposed to be like a whole thing. I had like a whole plan with the rollout and everything, but what's the excuse I'll give? You know how artists can be.
You cannot use that excuse. We don't want that excuse,
because literally it's this thing where like I'm in the studio, I'm working on music, and I just sit down and realize like, damn, the direction has shifted. Like what I'm trying to do, like through experimentation and other things, is now different from the story I'm telling, and a lot can change in like 3 months. So like that project was literally what I started immediately when I came out of the house. Like I made Honest Decision. Let's say I came out of the house October 2nd. I made Honest Decision like October 12th. Do you get that? Was like the first thing, and the year started, and I started like making like other type of music, like sounds, and I was like, I think something needs to change, you know. So
now is Honest Decision based on something true life? Like it's like that project that do you think it's a story that you're trying to tell that closely relates to something in your life?
So the thing is this, I've never actually been in love.
Ew.
So I wouldn't like.
You've never been in love, like you've never in the past. Or are you currently in love now? Is that?
I've never been in love.
Oh wow!
Like everything I sing about love is like, it's like Afrobeats now. Like the regular thing you hear, like when you say, I go spray the dollar, I go show you my Lamborghini. Like another kid can come and just start singing that thing. That doesn't mean that that's his reality. So like, if you listen to like songs like on my project Ileke, then you can now like. That's like usually where I'm at. Like, there's a song called Jeton, and it literally starts with Rocky Ba won't hold me down, but she no say I be a shower. So like, I mean, I feel
like you've just been a bad boy in your life, and it's giving, because I've never been in love. But first of all, you know, you give us bad boy vibes, and then it's like you're giving us love vibes, and you've never been in love. See, this is the problem. This is deception. Because yes, I know music.
But
you can come out
and it's not about being in love.
No, it's not. But what I'm saying is like, as an art, because you would consider yourself an R&B artist, yeah? Or what would you consider yourself? Afro-pop, or
man,
what would you consider yourself?
Concoction music, man. I make a little bit of everything. Music. Yeah, it's like concoction rice. It's concoction rice jollof. It's concoction rice fried. It can be anything. So it's a mixture of like a lot of things. And I'm a very experimental guy. Like I can want to like I said, I've been listening to a lot of like Fuji and Afro Juju music, and like you can play me like an R&B beat, and what I want to experiment is with using like Fuji melodies on top of that. So would you now say that is just R&B?
No.
So I'm a concoction artist, and I'm even like the type of music I'm making now is more geared towards let's say dancing or like having a good time, because I feel like that's where my head is at. Like I'm just cruising through life. I'm just having a good time. I'm on a soft boy P right now, so that's like where my head is at basically. So like I feel like with the concurrent music I start putting out, people will see more of that.
More of that. Soft boy P. I like it. And I definitely enjoyed Honest Decision. Now with music and all that, is there a certain genre that you would love to tap into?
Not genre per se, but let's say or like sound. A geolocation.
No, when I say sound or anything like that, I mean like would you tap into Amapiano, for example? Would you ever tap into that sound?
So my thing is like, so like I was in South Africa for like 3 weeks last year, and I still hold the same reservation, and like
which is
there's a difference in Amapiano, like South African Amapiano and Nigerian Amapiano. I don't know how to explain it.
No, so it's slower. It's slower in South Africa though.
It's not about the tempo. There's a spirit that comes. Like I don't know, man. Like I hear that thing in the club, you be like, yeah, man, these people have lights.
Yeah.
Like, there's 24.
There's 24 hour lights.
24 hours lights. Split. I don't know.
Load shedding.
No. I mean, for sure they have load shedding, but I'm just saying like, it's like the way if a South African tries to like remake like an Afrobeat song, you can just tell there's something missing, right? So that's why like I'm always scared of like touching Amapiano, because when Nigerians make Amapiano, it doesn't end up as pure Amapiano. It becomes like a fusion of like, it's like Ashake. Ashake doesn't make Amapiano. No. Do you get like it's a fusion of a bunch of things.
And so, I also feel like Amapiano in South Africa is like soul music. It's spiritual because it has a mood. It has a meaning, because if you listen to some of these songs, there's a meaning. There's one spiritual connection.
I don't know about the meaning. I can just tell how the thing is making me feel inside the club. The bass,
I've asked for translation before, and there's actually meanings in there. So, you know, some of our songs, there's no meaning. There's just come out that say shake left, shake right, smooth up.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Do you want to get into that topic?
Yeah, don't say that. Yeah, if you want to say that, then if it's like a rapper saying there's no lyric in rap. You're not listening to the right type of Afro. Because they're conscious rappers, and then they're rappers that they're just there to give you a good time. So like, so let's just be honest, man. Like, come on, if you're popping Azul in the club, like money don't go like you're off like 5, 6, 7 shots. Are you looking for the meaning in the song? Are you moving to the rhythm? Is it the meaning that is carrying your spirit to some other place? Like when you're hearing that Amapiano go, they carry you, they go. Are you listening to what the guy is saying or what you're feeling?
So I'm listening to what he's saying and what I'm feeling at the same
That's
time.
what you are doing in the club. You're a liar.
I'm a piano go, they carry you,
You
they
are a
go.
liar.
I'm a piano go, they carry you, they
You
go.
are a big liar. That's not true.
DJ
Because,
YK
like,
Mule. Shout out to you.
Afro beats, even Afro beats itself is more of like a, even like the way like Afro beats artists, right? They first start with the melody, because that's even the most important thing. When you have like a good melody, the beats. Shout out to Afro beats producers, because without the producers like making that fire beat, also the singer is just a. We both need each other. It's a symbiotic relationship. So they first start with the melodies before they start. Like, how many people were listening to So Take? How many people were dancing to that thing and knew that guy was talking about depression?
You know what's crazy? That's really crazy, because it was really depression, but
he was talking about depression. My guy was depressed. Like, he was looking for whether it was a girl or a god or something to come and take away his pain. Do you understand? Yeah. And you are vibing. Yeah, everybody was like, do you know how many people would dance to that? They didn't even know. Like, it just sounded good.
But you know, that's actually, it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing at the same time, because it actually sucks for people that are making music from their soul, that are trying to connect with people. It's like there's this connect and there's this disconnect, because it's like you want to relate to your audience. Wait, now you want to relate to your audience, you want to sing from the soul, but you're like, you can be here and spill your life story. And if it's not a beat, or it's not something that's making somebody shake body, it's pointless to put out.
No, that's not true. Because that's not true. Like, one of Burna Boy's like biggest songs, Ye, is literally talking about the Nigerian dream.
Okay.
Do you know, like, so the hook is yeah, but like if you go in depth into the lyrics, he's talking about the Nigerian dream. What does every Nigerian want? Nigeria is a country where like stark poverty is everywhere. You need to be very rich to afford it. You need to be rich to get good schooling. You need to be rich to get good water. You need to be rich to have good security. Like, you cannot be poor to get any of these things. And Burna Boy is on his song and he's singing, I want to buy a house, I want to build a car, I want to buy a motor, I still want to turn up. That's what every Nigerian wants. You want to be able to live a good life, like be comfortable, and you want to be able to like do the things you enjoy doing.
But let me just say, there's only, I'll give a ratio. 1 out of 5 people know that is what he's talking about. Do you know? Let me get into it. People are just saying this song makes sense. It's nice. People are not really reasoning it as you're reasoning it.
So that's
at
the thing.
all. And I get what you're saying. But let me go to artists that are not as big as Burna. Yeah. When an artist that, hasn't blown or whatever, and they're trying to make a name for themselves, they're trying to create music that comes from the soul, things that they want to talk about their story in music, they're kind of discouraged, because they're like, I will talk about my life, I will talk about everything I'm feeling, and people still will not buy it, because like, it's almost like your first song that you have to put out has to be something that is going to go viral. And viral music is not talking about your life.
Not necessarily. So even like think of it like this. I like to think of it like this. Think of it like you're selling a product. Okay. Right. The products, the brands with the simplest brand, like the products with the simplest branding sells quicker. Like things that are simple. And you have to look at it like this. Majority of listeners are like the majority of listeners do not go in depth. They're just looking for something to get them in the mood for, like, whether it's the gym or whatever. So there are different types of listeners, and the average listener is just trying to get by his day. He's just trying to, like, he's listening to that song to get by his day. The song is either creating a mood for something. Is he going to the gym? Is he trying to like get his ginger up, or is he in the club? Or let me say is she in the club? Is she trying to glam up? Is she trying to feel good about herself? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the average listener. Do you get? So like, it's like,
I get
Nike, like, regardless of whatever culture you come from, you know what the check sign is. You know that the check sign is like, it means like, this is good. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're going to, it's just sad, but that's just the truth of branding and like how products work. If you're going to sell something that a lot of people can relate with, it has to be very simple. It has to be simplified. The time you start making things more complex, you are making that thing for a niche crowd. Do you understand? So is you as the producer of the content or whatever that you're making, you need to know what you're trying to accomplish. Are you trying to do something as for a niche crowd? Are you trying to go pop? Because if you're going to go pop, there are rules to going pop. Do you get what I'm saying? Like with the music, there's a type of chord progression that you have to sing on. There's a type of beat. If you're talking about like what you call it, Afrobeat music, there's a type of beat. When you're not obeying those rules, you're not going to go pop. The sound is not going to work. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you need to know, like, in yourself, what are you trying to do? There's a reason you are not going to hear Asha and DJ YK Mule on the beats together. No, that's the truth, because she knows what she's trying to.
She knows the following.
She knows what she's trying to build, and she knows that is not it. Do you understand? And you saying this is this and this is this, that does not negate what good music is.
Yeah.
You get people like saying like when a song is more complex, that makes it good. That is not true. That is not true. There's an art to making pop music. There's a science to it. Yeah. So if you don't know what you are doing, it's like you're playing chess and you don't know what the pieces do. You're always going to lose. And like that's just literally what it is, man.
Now, with that being said, my question to you is: which one do you think is better to cling on to? Do you think it's better to have a niche, the target audience, or do you feel like it's better to make music for everyone?
Again, it is. I think that question, like, is a question like. That is not like, it's not a broad question.
It's not a broad question.
It's supposed to be tailored to like an individual. So you're asking another person that does music, like, what are you trying to get out of your music? What do you want to do?
So for me, do you feel like, I guess another way I can ask this question is tailored to you is, do you feel like you make music for everyone to enjoy, or do you have your tailored audience, your cult following, like just for them?
So I'm at a place right now where I'm trying to make music for everybody to enjoy. Okay. But I'm also trying to do it in a way that is my thing. Like, you can't, like, this is pop, but you can't take it away from me. So that's when mentally I'm at right now.
That's where you are right now. Yeah. And I think my opinion on that is, sometimes I don't blame people for just going to their target audience. Why? Because I feel like once you have a cult following,
good.
You don't need to make pop music to blow up. Like, you don't need to. The minute you understand like the type of music that you're making and what audience it tailors to, do you get like for example, it's like alter music, right? Bro, alter, they have their crowd. They have a way they dress. They have a way they like. If you go to an alter show, when you see them forming like a mosh pit, you'll be confused. Do you understand what I'm saying? You'll be very confused. Like, bro, what's happening in this place? Like, what's going on?
What's going on? Do you understand? But it is a music that serves a purpose. And it works for a crowd. And you see, when those artists, when they do merch. Because again, as an artist, like, making music is not only from record sales. Like, there are a lot of ways to make like revenue. So from merch, there are even different types of fans. There are super fans. Do you know the crazy thing? You can even see it from BBN. There are different types of fans, right? There are VVIP fans, and they're like regular fans. There's a fan that will just like, they love you, right? But all they're going to do is like come on your socials, and there's a fan that is going to be super invested in your life and like with every single thing you're doing. So there are different tiers of fans. When you understand this and understand like the audience you're working with, then you better know how to serve them and how to make revenue. And I mean that's true. Now, moving on from that, so how was it getting called to go on a show in Mexico? Like, because that's just, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's random, but it's like, it's an actual big thing. It was very random. So how did that happen? Tell us the story, random. Just us. My manager at the time, he hit me up and was like, man, there's a place in Mexico called Acapulco, and there's a festival that happens in Acapulco, I think every year. It's like what's that one that they do in Ghana? The Afrobeats and like Afro Nation, Afrochella, that type thing. It's a festival with like different sets at the same time. and like they told me like they want you to perform. They heard your song Andale, and like people like you down there. They want you to perform. I was super gas. Like okay now. So I was told like I had to get a Mexican visa, and I can't lie. That's like that situation in of itself was just crazy, man. So the show. Let's say the show was November 14th, right? A flight to Mexico is like almost 2 days because of transit.
Yeah.
And I had not gotten, let's say the show was 14th, I had not gotten my visa by 11. Yeah, I got my visa like 12. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I kept on applying. So this thing is crazy. I kept on applying and applying. And I don't know, man, like the website wasn't saying anything. I went to Abuja. And like, man, guy, I do some things on like, I don't know, man. Like, I'll be like, manifestation, it's work. I just went there with my box, straight from the airport. I stopped at the consulate and they were like, you can't come in here if you don't have
appointment.
If you don't have an appointment.
Ew.
And there was like two other guys outside. And I was asking them what the P was like. And they were like, man, the guy's been on the P for 6 months. Yeah. I'm like, what do you mean 6 months? It's like, yeah, 6 months. Like, and then I was telling the guy, like, I was telling the people at the security at the gate, like, I have a show in 2 days. And they were laughing. And I was like, bro, man, you shouldn't have just like come to Abuja without asking questions. I was like, I sent a message to the consulate. They're like, man, I'm not sure that will happen. I say, I was like, oh, this thing you're telling me, I'm not accepting it. Though. I don't know how it's going to solve, but I'm going to this Mexico. So I don't know how, but like the person that organized the show, basically, he really wanted me there. So I think he called, I don't know whether it's the president's son or somebody like up there, and they called the consulate and they gave me my visa. I swear. And I left Nigeria with what I wore in Abuja. I'm saying like I had like 2 shirts. I just went like that. They were like, see, I'm like, I don't have I didn't come with clothes. I didn't know this thing. I didn't know getting this visa was going to take this long. I thought like I'll come here, get the visa, go back, get prepared. Like, nah, man, just come to Mexico with your bag like that. And that's what I did. Oh my God, it was a mess. I had like $100 on me. I lost it at the airport. Yeah, man, I didn't have money to buy food in transit. Like, guy, it was a mess. I was just sitting down there for like 15 hours. But my mom was like, man, this part of the journey, like, I'm going to Mexico, man. I'm going to go and perform. Like, it doesn't matter. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like, I landed there. I got, I don't think I've ever said this on like any, like any interview or anything. But even let me tell you something, like, if you go to my Instagram, and if you see my clothes, the clothes I was wearing there is the owner of the show is his clothes. Like, that's what I was wearing. Like,
this is the hustle.
One jacket, like, there's one jacket, like, yeah, that's what I wore. And then I now had to, buy, like, I just had to quickly, like, buy stuff for the show. But, like, a lot of people will see it on his Instagram now. A lot of people see his Instagram, like, this guy's popping, man.
He's
like,
popping.
But, like, people don't know, like, what's going behind the scenes. And me, I was just gassed because, like, in a way, it was sort of, like, a validation thing for me because, my art this is not something else. This is my art that got me here. It's like, this is valid. Like, what I'm doing is valid. You know, like, it's a good thing to know when you're doing something and like it feels appreciated.
Yeah, for sure. So. All right. Speaking of drive and determination, because that was determination from that Mexico trip. Because if it's me, I give it up to God. They'll see me another time. You kind of stepped off this pedestal that some artists are on. I wouldn't say a lot, but some artists are on. And I saw TikTok videos and Instagram videos of you relating closely to people, and telling them, like, asking them questions like, do you know who I am? Have you heard this song before? Yeah. And it was so interesting to see. And I want to know, like, what was the process of that? Like, how did you come up with that? And why did you do that, actually?
So, 2 things. One is, like, I have questions. I have a lot of, like, conversation with my road manager. His name is Chima. So
shout out Chima.
And like we usually talk about like the conversations are usually like around like how do I want people to see me? How do I want people to perceive me?
Yeah.
And man, I want to like regardless of whatever happens like continuously in my life or how big I get, I still want to feel the same, and I still want to feel like that guy that my niggas can call. Yeah. Like people can like you can walk. I want to feel like somebody you can walk up to and have a conversation with, and like you get so. And then the second thing was like I feel like I'm a very very realistic person. You get. I am not at the point in my life or my career where I can just like drop. Like I've not paid my dues. Like I can't just drop song and just like give them artwork and just do one mysterious thing like that. But I'm like, if I have to hawk my music, I'm going to like for sure. Like I'll walk up to you and be like, "Do you know me?" I don't mind if you don't know me. If you don't know me, I'm about to know me. Do you understand what I'm saying? And like I asked, like, "Have you heard the song?" Was like, do you get? So I'm not like. I'm not the person to shy away from things like that. I'm sure like coming out of Big Brother, I'd be like, nah, me now, like, bro, like, I have like, what? Like, I have like 600 and something K followers, like, people know me, like, bro, like, I have so likes, but none of that, to be very honest, none of that P gets to me. I still don't perceive myself as a celebrity. I don't know, I still see myself as...
But I feel that.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like...
Me, they say I only get 2 fans, for this episode. Now, only 2 fans I get. But still, that whole, like, especially being on TV, people automatically assume that when you come out, you be holding like, shoulder. And I'm just like, guy, I act like... Even when people know me outside, I'm like...
Even a thing with like... With the show is like... Even like with... The expectations of fans and whatnot is like you come out of the show and everything is just like boom, 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 boom. There's a process to this. What it does is just it gives you a lot of visibility. Some people still need to do the groundwork. Some people have already done the groundwork, and when they enter the show is at the point like when things up, they just like it kicks off. Some people still need to do the groundwork. I am aware of like as much as I am a reality TV star, I'm not a mainstream. I'm not yet fully mainstream. I'm working towards being mainstream. So the things I would need to do to like any other artist would need to do to promote his music, I would do it. Like, see, look at like Davido. Davido is Davido. Do you get? Davido did a press conference. Yep. Yes, Davido is one of the biggest artists out of Africa right now. Davido did a press conference for his show. If you think about it, like if it's on a Pride piece, like okay, I'll put like, why do I need to be here? Like it's not like people won't still come for the show. Of course. Do you understand? Yeah. It's not like I need to answer those questions because people will still come for the show. But like it's a thing of like I want to relate with these people. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
No, like, I actually understand that a lot because people have pride in this industry. Like the fact that you're doing that, and then like even people like David, like. It's not easy to do that because people be like, you're already big. Why are you coming down to the public? So people will actually look down on him for that.
You get like all those things.
So I appreciate things like that. I appreciate things like you going out and getting your sound heard. Like if when I don't know me, you people will know me regardless of what it is. Yeah. And that makes you stand out because even that, you can't even raise shoulder for the fact that you have your own color shoe. We can count on our fingers how many Nigerian artists have their own color shoe, and your name is one of them. Do you understand? So even on that, you can raise shoulder. And that even being said, what are we to expect for coming? What does Bryann have in store for us?
So like, I did like, as of the point of dropping Honest Decision is the point where like I was recording new music and I started realizing things, and I kind of went back to my drawing board and the conversation that like I was having with everybody was, man, like I feel like I was telling everybody and I was like, I feel like we've established that I can make a good song. Like that's cool. But like I'm not just trying to make a good song. I'm trying to do something or like put on music where I want people to copy me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I want people to be like, bro, you copy Bryann and Bryann style with this. You get like till that is my own sense of accomplishments. It's like in terms of my arts, like I had to start thinking about it like in the grand scheme of things. What am I adding to Afropop? Do you get? Because Afropop can get very repetitive. It can get very repetitive, and then sometimes it's like, I'm not going to name drop anybody, but like you just like you see a bunch of artists, they sound the same. They sound the same. Even if the music, like, and that's not taking away the fact from the music that is fire. Do you get? But man, I'm not just trying to make fire music. I want guy, like my piece, like the way me I they see one they cool. Do you understand?
You want people to see
maybe
you
they receive me like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like 5-10 years from now, me like me want that guy like. If I'm sitting, do you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm sitting there in my house and I'm seeing one kid like, bro, Bryann, bro, I know they play with Bryann. Who like, bro, like I used to listen to Bryann. It's Bryann that inspired me to start. Guy, like I might probably shed tears. That like at that point is when I'm like, yes, I have done my work. Do you get?
But that's actually good, because then you're making music that's going to be remembered. It's not just like you're just making music so people so you can sell and you can be rich off of that. Like you're making music that's like, this is my footprint, this is where I stand, this will be remembered. And I like that. I like that.
Like one of my favorite artists internationally is like Kanye West and Travis. Yeah. So like the thing, like, let me know. Everybody knows Kanye West. Everybody knows Kanye is Kanye. But like, let me talk about like Travis. Travis is so special to me because Travis makes. Can you say he makes trap music? What does Travis make? If you start like, do you get what I'm saying?
Travis is his own genre.
Exactly.
Almost. It's almost his own thing.
Travis is just Travis.
Travis
like,
is Travis.
You can't like the lyrics still feel like what the regular trap artist would talk about. He's still talking about like driving like expensive cars, like going to the club, like he's with bad bitches. But like the way he's doing it, or the sonically, the way he feels is just different, and then now branches out and is his own thing. And then in the future, you're going to start seeing people that want to replicate that. So like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, I love that. I love that. And with that being said, we're excited to see what's to come. Now, Bryann, we're about to play a game. We're going to play a game. Just be ready. Bryann has already been sipping on the alky, on the alcohol.
It's fire, man.
This is De Franciscan. It's pretty much Declan, but it is their whiskey of Declan. So shout out to you all. And we're going to play a game. So the first game that we're going to play is going to name that nickname of the artist. You know, people in Afrobeats, we have nicknames for them. So I'm going to give you 3. And for each you take I really want you to take a shot, but it's okay. Ready?
Don't give me easy ones.
You know, it's not, well, no, these I'm not going to lie, these are kind of easy because it's, the nicknames we give these people are closely, oh yeah, let me give you, okay, first one, Eberi Papa.
That's Timaya.
All right, cool. I get it. Alaga Ibile.
Reminisce.
Damn. All right. Emeka the Stallion.
Come on now. That's my mom.
Black Boss. That is so easy. Okay, cool. Now we're going to do song association. So you're going to guess the lyrics of these songs.
Oh, that might be hard. That might be hard.
Okay, do you want Afro? No, we're gonna do Afrobeats. You know, honestly, okay. All right, cool. Just name the. You're gonna name the artist. You don't have to. If you know the song, you name the song. Okay. Loving you is my only bad habits. I'ma do as you like.
Young John,
okay,
right.
what's the name of the song though?
Is it Normally?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Woo! What do I want to give you? Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, this one is easy. You got options, I know, but rookies can't mess with pros. You know this, I gotta do this.
That sounds like an star
baby.
Right?
And who? And what's the name of the song?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Take a sip. It's Arasta and LAX options. Okay. No, I have to give you a hard one. All the ones I'm singing, like the name of the song is inside the lyric. It's not fair. Okay. I dey hustle non-stop. Even me, I don't even wait.
You dey hustle
Oh,
non-stop.
Wani Coco. If you no get money, make you shut up. Oh, Wani Coco. Oh, Wani Coco. If you no get money, make you shut up.
I don't know. What's coming to mind is stealing man. Shut up.
Nope.
Yeah, I know that's not.
Take a sip.
So who's that?
That's Budge and Fireboy. Oh, Wani Coco.
Oh.
Did you? Let me even put you on the spot. And
I do know this. I'm aware of the song, but like.
Aisha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been a fan of DRB since high school.
Come on. We love that. Okay, the next song I'm going to play is don't play. You that you haven't been listening to music.
Yeah, that's
new music.
easy. I'll just be sipping.
Okay. Don't worry. This is easy. You guess it, Sha. Stamina.
Oh, that one is easy.
Stamina.
Tiwa Savage, Young John, and Ira.
Okay, you've got to do it. Well done. Big shout out to Bryann for being on the show today. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for all of this. We are excited to see what's to come. Feel me, bad boy, be in the building. Yeah, and I want to say stay tuned, stay locked in for another episode of JenniSpeaks.